Hey, Kat.
Hi, Carol.
How you doing this week?
Pretty much fine. Coming to you live from my parents' basement. It's Sunday night, and this is Pretty Much Fine. I'm Kat.
And I'm Carol, and I think the question is, Kat, why are you in your parents' basement?
I've failure to launch. I've regressed. I'm back in the basement. Goodbye, New York. See you next year. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going on a trip, which we'll get into when we get into Kat and Carol Ketchup. Like a bottle of tomato and sugar, baby. We got a new title. Okay. But yeah, let's actually talk about our launch. I mean, that was pretty anxiety spiking, I gotta say.
Yeah, how were your Sunday scaries on Sunday?
When I went to bed on Saturday night, I texted you, never mind, forget this podcast, take it off Anchor, unupload it. No, seriously, like, I'm good. This was cute, though. We tried. And then,
Take it off Anchor was the last thing I read from you.
literally, like, nope, changed my mind. No one gets to know it, my thoughts. No one gets to have me in their earlobes. How dare they? But here we are. We did it. Woo!
I feel like
Oh, hey, Jack. That's our producer, Jack. He's just making sure everything's running smoothly around here. We have a cat producer. We got two cats producer. We're fucking BoJack Horseman over here.
I love that show.
Well, one's a lawyer, one's a producer. Phoebe's the lawyer. You'll meet him. You'll meet him.
Well, you survived at least.
Yes, actually.
The
Oh,
launch.
let's bring it in early. Why not? Yep, survived it. Had a great time. I mean, I gotta say, didn't love having the memory of my lost lover drudged up like that, but I got over it again. Survived it again. Stu, no more. I mean, again, call me. DM me. Still waiting, but over it. Over
A
it.
lot of
Whatever.
the amount of the majority of like the feedback that I got from the podcast was like, who is it? Caroline, like, tell me.
Because people love a
Who was
mystery.
this guy?
Everyone's the fucking Scooby gang out here. Everybody loves a mystery, but no one gets to know because when we have listeners, they're all going to be like, damn, he is hot. I'll slide in. And I'll be like, you friggin' whores. Taking my man like that. Yeah. And also, I mean, it's already far enough that I told the story. I could let him live his life in peace and not say his name, you know? Jesus Christ.
Let it die.
Let it die. I mean, if I already didn't have a chance, I wouldn't make it better by saying his name, I don't think. I really don't.
I don't think so either.
Thank you. Glad you.
But yeah,
I keep you grounded.
I didn't take it off Anchor, so I didn't listen to you, which was good.
It was
and
good.
Everything, all the feedback we got was all very positive and nice. So thanks, everyone.
Thanks, friends and family. We're fucking Applebee's. When you're here, you're family.
That's Olive Garden.
Fuck, whatever.
Applebee's.
Same thing. I mean, you know,
minus
the
family when you're
breadsticks.
at Applebee's. Okay.
Oh my god. No, but yeah, did you survive it? You survived? You here?
Yeah, I mean, I survived. I was definitely really anxious, but I pretty much just blocked it out. I ordered some Chinese.
You did the old cat block it out so much that you don't even have a memory anymore.
Yeah, I took one of my like little CBD gummies and went on the couch with some Chinese and I was okay.
Damn, yeah, that'll freaking get you right. That was a good idea. I don't even, what did I do? I like hid under, I slept in. I remember like waking up and being like, nope, not ready yet. And like going back to bed as if that could hide it being out in the world if I just kept sleeping, basically.
So do you want to tell us about your trip?
What? I do. I would love to.
I'm excited to hear all about it. I know where you're going, but
I'm going to Arizona, baby. Get the cowboy boots, fucking stairs. I can't make the noises, but you know what I mean. Legit going to the wild, wild west. And you know I love a theme, so I mean I got a fucking cowboy hat, I got boots, I got outfits that aren't like this act like you've been there, girl. Don't show up in costume. But I do love like acclimating on a vacation and pretending I'm a whole nother woman and maybe going by the name Daphne. I don't know.
Oh God, her again?
Daphne Reynolds, freaking bringing Amanda Bynes in for like the third episode. What a girl wants. Based my whole life off it.
So you're going, why?
I guess I'm turning another age this pretty soon.
Woo!
So
Cat's
hurtful.
day.
Oof, God, don't share. Yeah, turning another age, not my favorite. After 21, I really was like, all right, close the book on birthdays. It
What's
was
the point?
fun. What's the point? It's
Until you're
literally,
30. Until you're 30, like, who cares? That it's your birthday, you know?
oh, once I like turn, I'm so dramatic about it. Shocker. Once I turned 22, I was like, oh, might as well be 30 tomorrow. The countdown begins. My God. And now that I'm basically on my you lose your insurance birthday, that's all it should be called. 26 is goodbye dentist, goodbye doctor, goodbye health. My God. I mean, I'm a freelance in film and I haven't worked in a while. Like, I'm screwed, but everybody keep me safe because I cannot go to the hospital for a little bit. But yeah, we're going. I'm so excited. Yeah, I actually have this one outfit. I look like a fucking Olsen twin in the movie Holiday in the Sun. It's legit mid-length
God.
skirt, thin fabric, loud pattern with a plain ass tank top. My dream come true, honestly. I have to put a picture up in our very popular Instagram and show the vibe because it is spot on.
It literally looks like it's so 2000s, like early 2000s. And that's like just the style now. That's how the kids are dressing these days. And, I'm here for it. It makes me
I
feel old because it's like coming back into style. And I remember like when it was in style, like I wasn't dressing like that because I was a child, but like all my. all the like hand me downs I would get from my cousins were like outfits like that. And I was like, oh, these are cool, but I'm like 6 and they're like 20. So what am I going to do with this? But yeah, I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm glad it's all coming back in style.
Oh my God. I've been waiting to dress like an Olsen twin in the 2000s for my entire life. So I'm happy that I can do it proudly. And yeah, I mean, I can't wait to do it. But yeah, I'm excited. We're going to go to the Grand Canyon. We're staying in
Oh my god, no
Scottsdale.
way.
I know. I'm so excited. I've,
I've
never
always
been.
wanted to go.
We're gonna do a road trip to Sedona, hopefully go to a little winery or two. I'm
Oh my god, that's going to
actually
be so fun.
not to be spot on theme for this episode, but I think I'm gonna wear a dress that I wore to your rehearsal dinner, and I'm really excited about it. That it's gonna get another wear because I definitely spent more money than I fucking should have on it. So
Who's going to iron it for you? Since you made me iron it right before my rehearsal dinner.
wow, she has set me up the past 3 episodes like just as okay, okay, yep. I have no speechless. I'm speechless. That was a good one. Carol's actually really talented at roasting people, and she doesn't give
I am
herself enough
not.
credit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, comes
No.
off as a sweet little angel, and then when you least expect it, she rips one at you, and you're just like, oh, you just cut my friggin' soul in half. But all right, I can't even fault you because it was amazing. God damn it.
No, put me on a Comedy Central roast and I will just like sit there like I'm so sorry, like you're great.
Oh my
I have
God, you'd be
nothing
like,
to
no,
say.
Ann Coulter, you're actually, I'm sure there's some good in you somewhere.
Oh
Oh
my
God.
god. No, okay, I take it back. If it was someone that I if it was Ann fucking Coulter, like
She's out of here. I mean, even her own daughter's roasting her on TikTok.
that's or are you talking about Kellyanne
Oh
Conway?
God, I mixed all the scary blonde ladies up. Okay, last catch up. Shot my shot again. I know I said I'd never do it again, but I
She's back in the game.
lightly put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. Okay. Yeah, shot my shot again. Mm.
In the DMs?
No, 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 no. I'm staying out of those. Scared of
Oh, in
those.
real life.
I know,
In the
like even
wild.
worse. Half and
That's way
half. Like it
better.
was real life, but let me get into it. So shot my
Yeah, tell the
shot.
I
I honestly shouldn't even say shot. It was a brick. I freaking another brick. I hit the rim. So dark. But yeah, I'm either dodging bullets from fucking weirdos or missing shots. It's just getting dark. I need to find the happy medium. Okay, so basically, I've been dying to go to this bar, Dolly's. Dolly's Swing and Dive Bar in Williamsburg, where I live. Uh oh, don't find me. But it's it's just like everything. The whole bathroom is plastered with every Dolly album, every Dolly picture. It was
Oh, it's like
chef's
Dolly
kiss.
Parton themed?
Yes, it was
Oh my god,
amazing.
that is your place.
Literally, shout out
You belong
to
there.
I know. Shout out to my friend Claire. She is like honestly a Dolly fanatic. She named her dog Dolly.
So cute.
Literally the cutest dog. I could cry. We gotta move on, or this will just be me talking about fucking yellow labs again. Okay. So I walk in right away, like meeting friends there. I spot him. He has this tattooed out arm, whole sleeve, just striking cheekbones, my favorite. And I right away I was like, all right, I'm getting drunk enough to talk to him somehow. And yeah, so we sit down, we're hanging out. My
Is
friend
this like a
comes,
stranger or someone that like
the
is like
bartender, literally the
okay, okay,
bartender.
okay.
I love a
Gotcha.
bartender. Big fan of a bartender. So walk in. It's probably because I was raised in fucking dive bars, Irish family. Jesus Christ, they doomed me. We eventually got like a little booth, which was really nice because my I was out with one friend and then my other friend met out with her boyfriend and we all hung out in our little corner at Dolly's. It was lovely. So there's two guys working and they kind of seem like the guys that run the whole bar. Like it's a really small
Yeah.
bar and it's fairly new and it's just couldn't speak more highly. Love it so much. But will I ever be able to go again? I don't know. So I night goes on. The whole night I basically doing the cat thing where I'm like, well, I decided we're in love, so this is all I can focus on now. But yeah, I'm listening to everyone's stories, totally not staring at him and thinking about other stuff. But he's the kind of bartender that's so hot that like every girl that goes up there you can see is like, "Ah," you know what I mean? And so I'm like,
Mhm.
fuck, cat's shooting out of her league again. Not again. Setting myself up for disaster. But whatever. So basically my friend eventually goes up to the bar, orders a drink, and asks the other guy, like, hey, what's his story? And she texts me, she's like, fuck, he's engaged. And I'm like, dream died. Also, I realized, wow, I would never let my husband or soon to be a bartender. I'd be stewing every night. Like, what slut's gonna like me is gonna try to hook up with him tonight? Yeah, I would be so nervous. I don't know. I just feel like bars, nothing good happens, especially when you're hot. Anyway, so
When creeps like cat
the
are out.
creeps like Cat are prowling out in the fucking streets, little sicko. Okay, but so she reports back. I'm like, oh, whatever. Dream's dead. It's for the best, honestly. Now I'll actually pay attention to you guys. And yeah, so night goes on. We're talking. I just like really like to inquire to guys like what their opinion on is if a girl does shoot her shot. Cause I know a lot of guys are a little old school and they would kind of prefer to do it, even though I'm like, really, that's annoying. Like you wouldn't like some of the effort taken off your hands. I don't know.
Yeah.
But her boyfriend's like from another country, so I'm gonna give the bluntness, like I'm gonna chalk it up to that. literally, I literally was like, "What should I say something to him?" And if I did, what would you suggest it would be? And this was before I found out he was engaged, and he was like, he said something, and then he was like, "But you know, like, don't take anything to heart, no matter what, because guys don't like funny girls." I was half like, well, thank you. I think I'm pretty funny myself. And then the other half, I was like, yeah, not that profound. That's pretty much the thesis statement for my whole life. Like, I know, buddy. You don't need to tell me fucking twice. All right. And and if there's any man that's normal, no offense, that does, could you guys, I don't know, form a Facebook group, make me the admin, let's talk. But from my experience, yeah, pretty much I find myself friend zoned left and fucking right. God forbid I can make you crack a smile.
I mean,
No
I feel like
bitterness.
a lot of it is like, I don't know. I feel like as a whole, guys don't want someone who's gonna be make more money than them, funnier than them. Like obviously not all men are like that, but I feel like there's always like that little bit of like it can like emasculate someone. Like certain people
No,
feel
you're
that
right, and I
way.
am usually attracted to the men with sleeves that usually care about their masculinity a lot.
I feel like also you like usually opposites attract, so like a bigger personality would attract like a more quiet personality. And then like for you, you're only attracted to guys with really big personalities. So
Yeah.
that is probably a lot of it too. Cause if you put like two, you know, like what's the saying? Like
But I'm just not supposed to be
vinegar and
entertained.
water.
I have to do all of the entertaining. That sucks. Like, you're right. You're absolutely right. But I find it yeah, that's why I find it hard because I don't usually quiet guys. I'm just like yawning.
Yeah, I think that's probably your number one issue there.
Whatever. Glad we pinpointed it because there's many more where that came from. But yeah, I don't know. So then he also so funny tried to save it by being like, "Well, I mean, like funny girls are usually smart, and guys like basically what you just said, guys get like
Yeah.
intimidated by that." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah. Try to clean up your fucking mess. Why don't you?" and then and then he goes, go up there and just like break a glass, get his attention. I'm like, is
That's the
this
worst
bar
thing you could possibly do.
you? I'm like, is this bar loud or did you just give me horrible advice? Make him clean up after me? Yeah, that'll fucking go well. Jesus, I know you're from
Yeah.
another country, but I am not picking up what you're putting down. I am confused. But night ends, we close out. I close out with my friend and I whisper to her, I'm like, I dare you to ask him, like, congrats on the engagement, blah, blah, blah. And she's fearless. She was like, okay, bye. Turns around and goes, oh my God, so cool about your engagement. Like, that's great. When's the wedding? And he was like, I'm not engaged. The other fucking friend who was being so nice to us all night, like the only girls he was like bringing the drinks from the bar to their table, like it all added up. He wanted to hook up with one of us and he fucking lied. Honestly, probably for the best because I would have embarrassed myself earlier, but ended the night. Genuinely, we start talking to the guy, like we're talking about how we're all double vaccinated. In my head, I'm like, all right, so we're hooking up. What's up? And who ruins it? Kat does. God, I just love to ruin a moment. And I go, come here often. Yeah. He gives me about that much of a reaction. And I just go, that one usually works. And then he gives me the look like, definitely doesn't. And then I wrote my number on my bill with a heart. And yeah, I don't think I can ever go to Dolly's swing and dive again because he didn't dix me. But he's probably gay because I'm perfect. So yeah,
Oh
we'll just
my
chalk it up to
god.
gay. Yeah, and that's my ketchup. That's, a fucking mouthful, but that's my
Oh my
ketchup.
god.
Well, not to like get too transitiony, but I am going to Arizona and don't you have an update for us on your trip?
Yeah, so Keegan and I decided we're gonna go to Yellowstone. I'm so excited.
That
We haven't
sounds
we
amazing.
haven't officially planned it yet. Like we are like in the process. We think we're gonna go in September. So it'll be like fall time. So it said like the weather will be cool but not too cool. And then also like the leaves are gonna start to turn. So it's gonna be like beautiful orange leaves
Oh
everywhere.
God, you know I'm a slut for fall foliage.
Yeah, it's gonna be so pretty. But yeah, we're gonna go. We're kind of going like to a couple different places. We're gonna go to Jackson, Wyoming, Big
Oh,
Sky, Montana,
oh.
and we're gonna be staying in Idaho for a little bit. Um, Basically, there's like potential for one day for us to like move out there with Keegan's job, like maybe one day, whatever. It's not like official, but yeah, so we kind of wanted to go out there just to see like if we even liked it and like wanted to consider that in the future. So I'm really, really excited. I've never been out west. I've never been even in that like time zone. I'm so excited.
No, that's freaking amazing. I can't believe we're also like on the same page of Western trips. I mean, Kat and
I
Carol
know.
always on the same page. Also, God, again, polygamy. I wanna come.
You
I
can go.
wanna. Come.
I'm down. I don't know. You'll have to get Keegan on board, but
Poor Keegan. He's like, I married one woman and one woman only. Stop trying to third wheel to the degree.
but yeah, so I'm really excited about that. Other than that, my other update would be like an update on like how Keegan's birthday went. So we went to improv.
Yeah, I am so excited. You guys haven't heard about it. We're literally don't tell each other things anymore until the fucking podcast. So I'm excited. Get it
Yeah.
going.
So it was really, really fun. It was pretty packed for it was like probably the most packed place like I've been in a while. And yeah, it was really, really fun. I kind of immediately like got super nervous because I was like thinking like, okay, well, if I like decide to do this improv class, like obviously the people performing have been doing this for years and stuff, but like I'll have to do some kind of like performance that's somewhat like this, you know what I mean? So I was like paying really close attention.
Oh shit, she's
and
studying.
and I was like getting so overwhelmed because I was just like, oh my god, like I feel like I can't even like keep up with like how fast they're going, and like, oh my god, I would be so bad at this. So I started to get like a little in my head, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, but so yeah, that was like going on in my mind. And then intermission happened, and I'd had a drink with dinner, and that was like my first drink. And then I had 2 glasses of wine during the first intermission. So I was not like drunk at all. Um, and so we intermission, I like go to the bathroom. I come back and I had left like a little tiny little bit of wine in my like little plastic cup just sitting on my like little armchair thing, and I like sat down and I like knocked it into the seat next to me, which was like empty, but it like kind of spilled a little bit. And this guy behind me starts like dying laughing. And I was just like, I looked back because I was like, you're laughing at me? Like, really? I just spilled a little bit of wine. But yeah. And he's like literally making eye contact with me, like laughing at me. And I was
Your
just
worst
like,
nightmare. You're like, bro, I'm not even on stage. Can you not
I know,
react?
I know. I literally was like, oh my God, it's like I'm on stage. But yeah, so I was like, started to like panic a little bit because I like got anxiety because this guy was like literally laughing at me. And so I like texted Keegan because he was like still like in the bathroom or whatever. And I was like, can you like bring me some napkins? Like I spilled some wine, whatever. He comes back and like didn't get my text. So he goes back out to get napkins, and I'm
Oh,
like cleaning it
angel.
up. And then I knock the thing over again. And like there was not really anything in it, but what was left like did spill. And then I was like, oh my God. So then I like am super hyper aware of like everyone behind me because I know they're like staring at me like, oh my God, this girl's like clearly hammered. And I wanted to be like, I'm not even drunk.
Like now you're his show. He's like, oh, he's like whispering to his
Also,
partner. He's like, oh,
yeah.
she did it again. She knocked it over again. Oh my God.
Also, this is so like anxiety in my head because probably no one was paying attention to me
The
at
old
all.
spotlight effect. I know it
Literally, I
well.
live my life like that. But yeah, so I was like freaking out, and then I dropped my phone, and then I like spilled my beer that I had holding in my hand all over myself, and I was just like a complete mess, and I was just like so like panicking, and it just like kept getting worse. So yeah, that was like not fun. So like once like part 2 started, like I was just trying to like pretend like I wasn't covered in like beer that I just spilled all over myself. And yeah, was panicking a little bit, but you know, I survived.
She survived. We can't even keep it till the end. We're constantly fucking trying to
uh,
stew and survive out here.
it was okay. It was a lot of fun. I want to go back and like
On the
maybe
stage.
go. Not yet.
Your journey
Uh,
to unshyness is this podcast. You're going to keep us updated.
yeah, I have to be held accountable. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go again. And like, I also like wasn't giving any suggestions, even though I thought of like so many good ones. And I like, but I was just like too nervous because you know they ask you for like suggestions and stuff. Oh my god, one of them was like, "What's the?" They were like, "Okay, what's the like worst pickup line that's ever been used on you that worked?" And I wanted to be like, "That's my grandma's name." That's literally what Keegan said. That's the first thing he said to
And literally, that's why she wouldn't let me call her Carol for so long because that's
me.
Keegan's grandma's name. And she was like, I don't want to be my boyfriend's grandma. Well, boyfriend at the time. And sorry, now it's literally what you'll be known on everywhere
Yeah.
because we're going all the way to the top.
But yeah, I was just like, that would have been so funny.
That was a good
But
one.
I
Yeah, you
I
should have
didn't even
chugged
say
the
it.
you should have licked the wine you spilled off the ground and belted it out.
Oh my god.
That's how
But
you gotta
yeah,
practice, baby steps. You gotta yell up, and then one day you'll be up there.
yeah, so I want to go again. I might go next week. I don't know.
Oh shit! Fucking get it, girl.
Next week is also the comedy show that I want to go to, and I don't have anyone to go with. So I was like, I might just like straight up go by myself. And you encouraged me to do it because you're like, I've done that before. So
Yeah, speaking of
maybe.
birthdays, I had my first when I first moved to New York and I had no friends. I had a birthday and I was wanted to go to comedy so bad and like no my only friend was my roommate and she had to work late and so I went anyway and I couldn't change the reservation so the guy like screamed in front of all the people there with fucking boyfriends like, "Oh, one, not two." And I was like, "Yeah, that's about right." And yeah, but I still do it. If I could have survived that, you could do it. You can fucking do it.
Okay. If you believe in me, I'll try and do it.
I do. I do believe in you. All right, should we get into today's topic, which is ding, sound the wedding bells, baby. We're talking about weddings, mainly carols, and then per usual, we each have a little story each other does not know, and we'll hit you with those.
Yeah, so we wanted to kind of keep this one like a little bit more casual and fun of an episode since like obviously I don't think last week's was like serious, but it was like more of like a downer. Social media is kind of a downer sometimes. So we wanted to have it be a little bit lighter this week, a little bit more fun.
If you think anxiety and fun didn't go together, you were wrong. Welcome to Pretty Much Fine. We're basically pretty much fun. My God.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
Ba-dum-bum. Ooh, the dad jokes.
Yeah, literally.
My favorite. I'm basically a dad. I really am.
So real quick because it's supposed to be like a light and fun episode and not me like bitching about me like planning the wedding. I'll just get it off
But that
right up
was
top.
anxiety rising. Carol planned her whole wedding. She had two maid of honors and still had to do everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, Kat was one of them, if you were wondering. But yeah, my mom helped me with a ton of stuff with my wedding. But yeah, it was just me and my parents. Like, we didn't hire a wedding planner or anything. And so we like picked out the venue, the caterer, the band, all the decor, and all that. We did all of our own wedding invitations. I hand signed all of them.
The
It was
calligraphist. Not even the
terrible.
fucking word.
No, I like wanted to like at first I was like I'm going to try and do calligraphy and then I was like I am absolutely not going to like spend 15 minutes per envelope for 150 something envelopes like oh my
To
god.
just
So
sit
we
on someone's friggin' fridge
that gets
somewhere.
thrown no cuz it's the envelope like it gets thrown away
Oh,
immediately. Like
God, no. Yeah, I love an aesthetic, but fuck that.
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's definitely an expense you don't need for your wedding if you're looking to cut things.
Yeah, cut,
Do
cut.
it yourself or like get like them to print them on the envelopes. Like tons of services do that.
I don't even, yeah,
Um,
it was beautiful. Whatever it was. See, don't even
yeah,
remember.
I designed like all of our like I personally designed all of our like invitations and cocktail napkins and like cups and like literally everything because I'm a graphic designer, so I know how to do all that stuff. And I also would like never let any like I would just complain the whole time if someone else was gonna do it. I feel like I would be too like I don't like it like that. You know what I mean? I would be
Yeah.
too much of a control freak.
But nah, if you can do it yourself, like, absolutely. And it turned out
Yeah.
great. I still got my koozie. I even saved a nap. I saved the whole shebang.
Yeah. So it was pretty stressful to plan the whole thing, but it really was so much fun in the end. Even though it went by so fast, I feel like I don't even remember it. So this is gonna be a good like little refresher.
Yeah. And like you're truly the most low maintenance bride that there's ever been. Like we didn't even do a bachelorette. We did like I came in early Thursday, the wedding weekend, and we all like Keegan and his friends had been at the beach near you guys and had their guy thing and we had like our girls night out which was so fun.
So much fun. Yes. Oh my God. We went to, if you're ever in Charleston, can't recommend enough. Like, Stars, the rooftop bar, is so perfect for that, like, whole scene because they have frozen peach bellinis, like,
Oh,
on deck. and
Those
frozen
literally
rosé or frosé. So good. I spent so much money on those. I think my bar tab at Stars was like
they
$250.
go down so fast. I remember just coming back with like fistfuls of Frozens, like, don't
And
stop a car.
it was so hot because I got married end of June in like in
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
So it was humid.
And like it's definitely the kind of bar that you're gonna try to get corralled by some goddamn cowboys, let me tell ya.
Yeah, there was this guy and he like poured his beer in his shoe and then like
Yeah.
his like friend, like female friend was like, "Oh," like came up to our table and was like, "Oh, would you guys like do you dare him to drink out of his shoe?" And we were like, "I don't like no."
No, we
Like
actually don't. We actually dare him not to do that. We would love if he didn't put a beer and drink it from a shoe he probably sweated through 18 football games in. Like, I'm all
yeah,
set.
like it was so humid. I was like, "I know those shoes are sweaty."
Ugh. Oh, who even volunteers that? Like, no, don't. I don't know.
Uh, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. We went to the Darling for dinner. We went to Camellia's.
Which is so pretty much fine branded. It's all
Yes.
light pink, cushy, like booths,
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh,
It's in Hotel Bennett, which is like one of the most beautiful hotels downtown. I have to stay there. It is like $550 a night. So I wanted to stay there for my birthday, but I got vetoed.
aw, someone's
No, I'm just kidding.
logical.
I'm just kidding. I think we stayed somewhere else. It was probably like literally like the same amount. It was like really nice. So,
I'm about to
but
prove that
yeah.
I'm not even classy enough to stay there by saying, hot place to take a mirror selfie. I mean, the
Oh yeah.
background, like the tile. Ugh, gorgeous.
Beautiful. But yeah, and then we all like met up at Royal American again, like Charleston. That's a great bar. It
Oh,
was a
yeah,
great
where the
bar.
boys and the girls came together at the end of the night.
Yeah. That bar used to be so fun, but it's kind of like collegey now. But the college students have officially left Charleston, and I am like, yes, thank God, like everything's opening back up, and the college kids aren't going to be there. So I'm ready to ready to
No,
party.
that's awesome. I mean, we've definitely aged out of like having fun with college kids.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, definitely, yeah.
Even
College
like,
of Charleston kids are like not my jam.
yeah, I have Peter Pan syndrome and I'm still not trying to lie to myself like I'm in college. No, no. No, no.
uh, but yeah, I that was so fun. The girls' night was definitely like highlight of that weekend
That was
for
legit
sure.
awesome. Great picks. Great picks. Ah. And
Hmm.
then Thursday was you did like a cookout for your rehearsal dinner. It was so fun. Oh, everything was so fun. I miss it.
That
It's
was
making me miss
Friday,
it. Oh,
right?
oh
The
yeah,
rehearsal
Fridays.
dinner.
Sorry, never have a
Yeah,
day right.
yeah, we had it. Oh, what's the name of the place?
Oh,
I
your cute
can't
little
remember.
pizza place.
Coastal Crust, yeah, in
Mm.
Mount Pleasant. We actually had our, this is stress. We had our rehearsal dinner planned at another restaurant and they like literally closed the restaurant and like never notified us like, "Hey, by the way, I know you have an event planned, but we're closing." Like no one called us. So I like literally read about it in like the news. Like I just
Imagine we all
happened
showed up
across.
day of like, oh, well, this is gonna be a parking lot party.
Yeah, so we had to like last minute switch it to Coastal Crust, and it was the best move because it was so good and so yummy. But I had never even eaten there. Like
But look at
literally.
you rolling with the punches. You really did.
Yeah, I
You
didn't
stayed
care.
cool.
I was very pissed that my bouquet was not what I wanted it to be, but
I remember
everyone
that.
tells me I was crazy.
No, they if that's crazy, they really need to friggin' raise their bar on the old psychometer because I'll show them crazy. You literally complained about one fucking flower, and I was like, "Oh my god, can I put the ones you don't want in my hair?" Like that bitch. Oh god, I was too. Yeah, my first wedding that wasn't a family wedding. Like, sorry, I practiced for Anya. Your wedding night was like that's where my anxiety came in because I was giving a speech and I did not write it. I am someone that I really likes to go off the cuff, and obviously off the cuff truly can lead to disaster. And I do for the record, never send me that video. I never want to see my speech. I want to live in the world where it was so good and like your dad told me I should go into comedy after. Like I walked off on a high and was like, that's right. Fuck being prepared. I killed it. And then you coming in and why don't you tell them how you crushed my dreams?
I did not crush your
Yeah, okay.
dreams. All I did was point out that it was like a good 45 minutes. A healthy 45 minutes. While it was happening, it was beautiful. It was a great speech. I loved Kat's
Trying to
speech,
butter me up.
but I literally remember at one point I just like looked to my like sister-in-law and I was like, "Can we please get the Oscar music pumping through the speakers?"
So
like,
hurtful. And when I win my Oscar, my God, they're gonna have it rolling so high. I'll be like, I didn't even prepare a speech. Oh no, darling, not again. Oh yeah. Well, I'm gonna live in the world where it was great. Everyone told me how funny I was, and it was all worth it when I panicked like 10 minutes before, ran outside, found the wedding band downstairs, smoked a cigarette with them. I don't smoke cigarettes, I swear I'm an angel, but like I was so nervous that like the band offered me one and I was like, okay, screw it. And then now looking back, I'm like, oh my God, the fucking maid of honor strolled up onto the stage reeking of cigarette smoke. How
we literally were like
classy.
looking for you too.
Oh yeah, Gabby, the other maid of honor, our friend Gabby, runs down the stairs and she's like, Kat, it's time for your speech. And I was like, oh, I still have to give that. Oh, sorry. My dream, like I hope in my next life, my little soul falls into the body of a band member. Like I want to just tour the road. I want to be a road dog, friggin' ripping on my guitar at dive bars and just being fucking potbelly pig out here. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I was a young buck. I've learned a lot, and your next wedding, I'll do so much better.
All
In my
right. Counting on it.
in my defense, I'm gonna be like, if I have a wedding, someone's gonna have to monitor the bride from her own drinks. Like someone's gonna be like, "God, don't you kind of want to remember this?" Whenever I'm nervous, I really hit the booze, and I think it's going great. And then the next morning, my eyes are closed in every picture, and I'm like, "Oh shit, not again."
No, it was a great speech, and I know exactly how I'm gonna get you back. When you get married, I'm just gonna give an hour-long speech.
Well, damn. Good thing the day will never come. You'll have to have a backup get me back plan because, again, sorry, guys don't like funny girls. I'm screwed. I'm scriddly do that day.
I definitely am like the complete opposite of you. Like the second I like that, this is just proof that you are meant to be on stage because you were like loving it. You know what I
Oh, I
mean?
was
Like it was
living. That's
you
the
were
thing.
living your best life.
I
You
get
just
so
forgot that it
nervous.
was my wedding
Yeah.
and not Kat's comedy show. I'm just kidding.
Don't hand this bitch a mic. It's like when you give a moose a muffin, he wants like 10 more. That's me, basically. Because I get so nervous in the build up. I'm like, nope, 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 public, nope, nope, can't talk. And then it's happening. And I'm like, all right, sit back, relax. We're going to be here a while. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah. Again, wish I could sing. Would love to be a rock star. See a dream that I can like realistically at least know that one's not happening. That was not happening, but a girl can wish.
No, it was great. Good memory.
Good
Great
memories,
story.
had a little dance, a
What
great dance floor.
what was your favorite memory from the weekend?
When I hooked up with the guy you told me not to.
Oh my god.
I love to disappoint Kara. That's all we'll say on that, but God, this really
Wow,
ties
that's
in.
your favorite memory?
No, I just wanted to make you mad. No. My favorite memory, not memory, but I just want to mention Carol made a beautiful painting of her two cats for like she did signature drinks for the bar, and she did the Phoebe, which was like cute little spritzer, and the whiskey Jack, which was obviously like fucking whiskey Jack, and it was so cute. That was one of my favorite decorations.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Almost didn't do it.
Favorite part, I think when honestly, I love the after party. Like the wedding was beautiful, went off without a hitch. Keegan's sister's daughter was so cute
Oh my
as the flower
god.
girl. But my favorite part was
Yes.
definitely after party, the bar with the apple pie shots. Apple pie shots changed my life. I haven't found them anywhere else, and I must. What was your favorite part, bride?
I would say, yeah, after the wedding was my favorite. My favorite memory is when we left the like after party and we like went to our apartment and we sat on the couch with our cats because we didn't get like a hotel room or anything. Like we had the wedding in Charleston, we live in Charleston, like we just stayed at our apartment. We spent enough money like on the wedding. We didn't need to like also have a hotel room for like the
It would be
night.
silly. Like you literally were so central. It was not
Yeah,
necessary.
and it was just the like so perfect. So we were drinking like champagne that we had because we had like a little like champagne toast when with all my family because like the rehearsal dinner was really small and we wanted to like do something with all my family. So we had like we just like popped some bottles with them and I had a bunch of leftover champagne, just like bottles and bottles sitting in my house unopened. So Keegan and I like opened up a bottle of champagne and ate a frozen pizza while like we reminisced on like the night, and that was just like one of my favorite memories of all time. It was so like nice.
That makes me
It's my
really
favorite.
happy. That's like really unique version too. Like you're comfy in your own home. You just had like the day that
Sweatpants on.
you wait for. I love that because they do say like the one thing about weddings is like you said it goes by so fast. You're like, did that even happen? And you know how they'll do the thing at like the fancy ones where the bride and groom will have had dinner alone and then they'll announce
Yeah.
them as one. Like they say we have that moment because like it's the only time you can be legit alone. So I love that you guys had it sweatpant pizza style. That's the
Mhm.
dream. Wow.
That's very us. But yeah, it was just nice. It was so good to be home with our cats. As like old that makes us sound. But yeah, that's definitely my favorite memory. But yeah, the after party was fun. I the bar we went to was the Southern and cannot recommend that place enough. They do fresh squeezed orange juice, so I always get screwdrivers there.
Oh my
I
god,
feel
it makes it
bad.
sound nicer than it is.
Oh yeah, it's not a fancy bar at all. It's like a dive bar. But I always feel so bad when I'm like, yeah, can I get a screwdriver? And the guy literally is like, gets out the like straight up like hand pressed for like the squeezing the orange juice. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna order like 10 more of these. So
Get your pressing hands ready,
yeah,
boy.
you're gonna have a workout.
That's so funny. Oh yeah, it was definitely overall a chef's kiss of a weekend. I was very sad when it was over.
I know. I was very like I remember when it was over, I felt relieved, but I also was like, okay, what do I do now? Because I've literally spent the past like year and a half like planning this thing. Like I literally was like, what do I do now
It was like your
with
hobby
my life?
almost. And you're like, well, now I don't have a
Yeah.
hobby. There's a void. Keegan want to get married again?
Well, there was all the thank you notes, and then once those were all done,
That's what you get for making that guy cramp his hand up with the oranges. You had to cramp your hand up with the friggin' thank you notes.
karma.
Yeah, it's a bitch, as they say.
Yeah, but the honeymoon was also like so amazing. Like, can't everyone go on a honeymoon? Like, even if you don't get married,
Oh, I plan to. Just
just
me and my
go.
dog.
Go on an all inclusive vacation. You won't regret
Yeah, like the most non-shocking statement I've ever heard. I won't regret an
it. It's not a
all-inclusive
hot take.
vacation.
It's
Okay,
not a hot
got
take.
it. Thanks, Carol. Thanks. Oh my god. But so overall, happy you got married. It all went well. I mean, everything you did looked amazing. Like,
Thank you. Thank you. Lots of work. Lots of planning went into all of that.
oh, the cake, delicious.
Oh, so good. I'm super excited for my anniversary end of this June because we're going to be with my family and we're going to get like a little you're supposed to like save the top of your cake
Classic.
for like your first anniversary, but we didn't do that. We just went because we got our wedding cake from Publix, and so we just like went to Publix and just you can just order like the top of a wedding
Oh, I
cake.
love that.
And so Keegan did that for anniversary, and then we're gonna do it again. I think we're probably gonna do it every year as a little tradition.
I love
But yeah, we're gonna be able to have it with our family, so it's gonna be nice with my mom and my dad and my sisters. my brother-in-law. So, yeah,
Adorable. Big fan.
excited about that. The cake was definitely good. But yeah, everything was good. No real grapes.
Yeah, no gripes with me either. I had a pretty good time. I didn't wake up where I was supposed to, but besides that, great time.
Oh
Actually, fun
no.
fact, I learned way later, like wish I found out so much sooner because I would have fucking ninjaed my way out of there, but my room was right next door. Right, like directly next door. I couldn't even believe it. I was like, wait, wait, wait.
Oh
I
my
just remember
god.
eating pretzel like Gabby was there too with like the other friend and my God, were we just eating pretzels and just we all should have been sleeping, that's for sure. But no, your wedding was great. I had so much fun. I mean, truly, weddings are where I do my best shot shooting. I will say, I shoot fucking 3-pointers at weddings. It's like my only place I shine. I don't know why. I guess men like funny women at weddings specifically. Or the drunkest girl there. Let's be honest. Never mind. I tried
Oh
to
my god.
compliment myself, but let's be realistic here. It's like finding a fucking not it's finding the hay in a haystack. There she is, right there. Drunkest drunk bitch. Let's get into the wedding stories that we don't know and they were not your wedding. And yeah,
hmm
story time.
Do you want to kick it off?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's already. Yeah, this isn't going to redeem me from your wedding. I mean, this story is pretty lethal as well.
Every story you've told except for the one with like you in the DMs has made you sound like a complete fucking mess.
At least you're saying makes me sound and making it clear to people. I'm really just trying to open this podcast with some good stories and people love a mess. People love to judge a mess. So I'm taking these hits for our success, okay? I'm
I appreciate
usually
it.
kind of boring. I really I mean I could entertain myself on a desert island, but like day to day not this thrilling, I swear. I'm an angel and a scholar, baby. Don't you forget it. But yeah, this one, not great. I don't even have to tell my family to log off because they were all there. Or at least half the fam. The Irish half, thank God. The drunker half. So hopefully they forget a few things. But, well, yeah, here we go. So, always the bridesmaid, never the goddamn bride. I was my
Oh
cousin's
my
bride.
god.
I mean, trust me, I'm not mad about it. I really just want a dog. That's all I'm asking for. Anyway, so I was my cousin's bridesmaid. And again, not to make myself sound like a drunk, but who keeps hiring me to be a bridesmaid? People should stop asking. I'm just going to say that now. Wait until I'm 30, matured a little bit, handle my alcohol better, calm my nerves at weddings in a more healthy manner, and then you can ask me. But too soon, man. I wasn't ready. Like you basically asked a freaking frat boy to be your maid, your bridesmaid. Okay, so she kind of did like a combo. Maybe that's like our generations thing, but she did a couple weeks before her actual wedding or months. Who knows? I'm fucking knows. This was like 2017. We went to so she's from Rhode Island. She married like her high school sweetheart. So all their friends are pretty the same, you know?
Yeah.
So they just did a combined why can't I think of the word? Like fucking bachelorette
Oh, gotcha.
soiree. So we did like a weekend on Block Island, like the island off of Rhode Island, da 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 geography. So we're on Block Island. We're there for a weekend at Airbnb. The day starts with like mudslides by the water. This was actually
Oh my
the peak
god.
of my life, actually. So we're at a bar by the water, and like there's no one really here. Like it's a
Oh,
small thing in Rhode.
mudslides like the drink.
Yes.
I was
Oh
like literally
jeez.
picturing like mudslides, like terrible weather.
Oh no, 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 sweet, no, 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 no. Catherine was drinking mudslides.
Okay.
No, it's nice. It's like June. I think her wedding was in July. Yeah, her wedding was in July, so this is probably like May, June. Who fucking knows? I don't. But we're there. Okay, so this was actually the peak of my life. It's this little like wooden bar on the water. We're drinking. We're having mudslides. It's one of those bars with the jukebox. So like we get to pick the little song. It's really fun. And then a boat pulls up and like it's such a friggin' small town that the guy works with the groom to be, and he invites us all on the boat. We're
Oh,
hammered
that's
on a
fun.
boat, riding around. They all have joints. Now I'm drunk and high on a boat. I'm about to start singing the Lonely Island. Like, great stuff. Truly, I peaked that day. That night, boat's over. We go back, we play board games at the Airbnb. And like, I wasn't into this guy at first. We're going to call him Kurt. He's the best man. She went for the best man, shooting high. And I wasn't into him at first, though. And then I like started sensing his BDE. And I was like, ooh, we love a little douchey confidence. My favorite. Gets me every time. So that night, like, or maybe the next night, who knows? We go out again, and it's like this dive bar, and we dance, like we, make out a little, shaboom, shaboom, yeah. And then we go back. It's the last night. My poor friggin' cousin has to come downstairs. So us like snuggled on the couch together, and it's like her best friends in childhood. So I was like, oh, jeez. This is just, I mean, we did not like actually hook up for the record. And thankfully, my other cousin took some of the heat because this girl from that bar brought home a cop. Like he was off duty, and like I don't even think it's a real cop, like an island cop, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she topped me, thank God, because I didn't need to hear it. Okay, so then the wedding comes later that summer. So like we kind of know each other from, spending those couple of nights talking. Pretty PG though, let's make that quite clear. So the night before the rehearsal dinner, like that's kind of when we first talked since this Airbnb trip.
Yeah.
And like right when I'm drunk, boom, ready to flirt. Don't care if my family's here. There's like all these wholesome pictures of me with like my little cousin smiling, and then you can tell as my eyes slowly start drooping down my face. And yeah, so it was at a museum actually, which was really cool, and we
That
had
is
this
so
little.
cool.
I really liked it, and we had this little romantic moment where we like went off into the planetarium, or who even knows, looking at fossils and shit, like holding hands and like what the fuck,
Hmm. Aw.
no, but like who is this man even? What am I doing? So that night ends, and now like that's kind of how we reacclimated. It's been a couple
Hmm.
months. Now it's the wedding. The wedding's on the water. So I mean, beautiful, but I was hammered before I even walked down the friggin' aisle because this was the first wedding I was a bridesmaid. No, well, since I was like above the age of 21 that I was a bridesmaid.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't learn how to pace myself, and I still didn't learn after this because I was, drunk at your wedding too. But anyway, we'll get there one day. So, but so was my same cousin that brought back that guy. We were just like giggling down. Well, we made it down the aisle, and then like because it was so windy, we could easily like turn and be like, and like no one would know. We were a mess, just a mess. But whatever, the wind carried our voices into the sea. So that I'm already, but it wasn't my fault too, because we took pictures before we walked down the aisle, and someone brought a basket of wine. And I mean, the pictures took a long time. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's like a good, like, solid hour usually
Yeah, and like it was
for
the kind of person that
pictures.
was trying to get the party started. She kept like, it would be empty, and she'd be like, "Oh, here's more wine." I'd be like, "Okay, that's going down like water. I'm Jesus all of a sudden. Turn wine to water." Okay. So speeches now we're at the wedding. It's under a little tent, beautiful. Speeches happen. I'm drunk at this point, sitting at the table, truly like, grow up, Catherine, as if I'm still in college. I had just graduated, just in my defense. But my cousin's like, it's the kind of drunk where my cousin's trying to like, Catherine, she paid for this food. You should eat it. And I was like, no, I'll have this swig of vodka instead.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sicko mode, baby. And it's not like I feel like my dad was like giving me alcohol too, so whatever. The apple doesn't fall far. His fault. I'm perfect. So
Okay.
the Clearys love a wedding. We love a wedding. We just want to rip up a dance floor, just whatever. It wasn't the worst family I could have embarrassed myself in front of. We are a good friggin' time. But so then it is dance floor time, and like best man Kurt is smashed as well. And now we're basically like holding each other up while spinning. Like that's the kind of
Oh
dancing, if
my
you can even call it
god.
dancing. I'm actually gonna take this moment. This is, and obviously like we're flawless editors, we'll edit out the pause, but I want Carol's live reaction for the
Oh god.
video. So my like teenage frigging cousin takes a video of the sloppy mess of a dance, and the
Oh
next
god, I'm
day,
scared.
as if my scaries weren't bad enough after this
Oh
night,
my god.
she texts me this video, and I'm like, you sick little, oh god, I won't say it, she's too young to call her like a bitch, but like what the hell. I'm pissed. But yeah, I'm sending it to you now.
Oh my
And
god, I'm nervous,
oh, honey, you should
honestly.
be. Honestly, too, this girl's like friggin' hiding in a bush somewhere. This video's pretty long. I'm glad she was entertained, but like, that's dark. Tiny dancer, hammered dancer.
Oh my god. This is so long. Yeah, she really
She
was
was
hiding
just
there.
sitting back, recording like fucking
Okay, you
Gossip
guys are
Girl,
actually dancing now. You're no longer just standing there like,
swaying.
"Oh my god, you just shoved him."
Oh, she gets sassy on the dance floor. Oh my god, I love the play by play. Maybe one day I'll release the video for you guys if you care, but would love to not.
Oh my god. That is amazing. Yeah, Kat, you were very clearly
Would you say I
not,
set it up
not
nice? Would you
okay.
say I like the swaying, the just would you say I
Yeah, it
set
was
the
like you
scene?
guys were like trying to like hold each other up basically.
Yeah.
And then you shoved him
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, my
playfully,
family's here. Don't
playfully.
touch my ass. As if I'm not already embarrassing myself.
Oh my
Okay.
god. But there was some good like spinning. It wasn't all bad, but yeah, you if I saw that, like if you were a stranger and that was like I was at a wedding, like I would definitely be like, oh my god, that girl's a fucking mess.
Oh, and not only like are my parents there, it's like he's their family friend, like known the groom and bride since they were little. His parents are there. Like, so then the night's ending and they do a freaking fireworks show over the water. And I
Oh my
remember
god.
that's when we've already drank all night, already had that lovely tango. He introduces me to his parents where I'm like, I remember meeting his parents while my
What?
eyes were barely open,
Oh
fireworks
my
going off so
god.
I could barely hear. I probably look like Jack Sparrow in a dress on some pirate shit. One eye open, leaning on their son. One hand up like a hook trying to shake his parents' hand, like just like Captain freaking Cat out here. Not good. I'm like, you're what? We're meeting your parents? Okay, here we go.
they were
Never.
probably like they were probably like not again, Kurt. Like not
Oh
again.
my god, you're right. You're like, God, our son's never gonna give us a grandchild. All these hussies. Jesus. Literally the
They're like, oh.
first and last meeting of his parents.
Like, oh god,
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't bring her home.
No, yep, don't worry.
They would
Don't
be so
worry.
lucky.
He didn't, not even that night. So the night actually we went our separate ways. Like my family scooped me into a vehicle, probably like, get this girl locked inside somewhere. So like they go to some like Rhode Island townie, like see other friends that didn't go to the wedding. I don't even know. And he was like, come here, come here. And I was like, no, come here. Because I like had the Airbnb that I was staying into myself because my cousin was, I don't even know. And I was like, nah, come here. I got the place to myself. And then he was, yeah, no, he didn't. He didn't come, which on legit for the best. Like, I'm really happy I never hooked up with him. That is on record, everyone. Never hooked up with him. But then, oh my God, last part. So at the same, like, bachelor weekend, one of the other townie friends was there, and now he, before I like went back to this Airbnb but had separated from Kurt, He tries to pull a move on me, and I'm like, all right, enough of my cousin's childhood friends. I'm done.
Oh my
And I
god.
literally like said good night, goodbye, Captain Cat Sparrow, signing off. And that's when I went back to the Airbnb and was like, all right, I'm
For
gonna
the
put my
best, for the
yeah, I
best.
put my little self to bed. And then lastly, next morning, I had one job, Carol. It was to carry a tray of cupcakes inside, and I drop it all over the driveway the second I get out of the car.
Oh my
Like still
god.
hammered. I was like, well, anybody want a cupcake? My
You're a
family must
goddamn mess.
love me. And that's it. That's my I mean, again, weddings are not my thing, but every BuzzFeed quiz I've ever taken actually did say that I would find the love of my life at a wedding. So, still
Maybe.
waiting. Everybody has to get married so I can find the love of my life that has a dog or multiple. Okay. Carol, hit me with your story.
So I don't know if this is gonna make me sound really lame or you just sound worse.
I'd say I always set you up to look pretty good in comparison, and you're welcome for that.
Oh,
I'm really putting myself on the chopping block here at Pretty Much Fine.
no, it's gonna make me look so lame. Oh my
Well,
god. Okay.
one of us has to be the one that could end up in jail, and one of us has to be the one to bail him out. So, balance, baby.
So for my cousin's wedding,
So many cousins always getting married.
I know that's like the only weddings I've been to are like my cousin's weddings,
Same.
other than my
Yeah,
own.
same.
Um,
Well, besides yours, not my own. Did not get married for the record. As you guys can clearly tell, definitely not on the right track.
oh my god. So yeah, for my cousin's wedding, it was in Mississippi, and I don't totally remember all the details, but I was like going with my family, and then something happened. I want to say people like had RSVP'd, the food had already been paid for, and then they like bailed on the wedding. And so, like, I think my aunt texted my mom something about it, and like, my mom like was asked me if I wanted to like bring Keegan because there was like this people had already like they'd already paid for like the drinks, the food, whatever, and no one was going to be there to eat it. So
Oof.
I like invited Keegan. And this was
Yeah, like how long had you guys been dating at the time?
it's so it was in June. Keegan and I had met June of 2016. Keegan and I had met January of 2016 and started dating March of 2016. So we had been together for not very long. However, Keegan and I 1 month into our relationship, we like took a trip to Puerto Rico. Like we've been pretty
It
like
was love at first sight shit. It was. I mean,
yeah,
that's
like
actually a story we will absolutely tell because, not to toot my own horn, but maybe my speech was so long because we were all there because Kat, I orchestrated the whole thing. Carol and Keegan met because of me, baby. We'll get into it
very
one
true.
day. That's like the only badge I have, so sorry for really taking it in stride.
But yeah, we hadn't even been together 6 months, and I brought him to a family wedding. So clearly, I was like, we were pretty serious.
That's the kind of thing where like it's so situational. Like some people that could be so like, oh god, that's weird, and others you're like, oh, that makes sense because they're literally like the
yeah,
love at first sight shit.
yeah. Also, we were long distance, so that like fast tracks any relationship. I feel like if it's like you want to end up together. Anyways, whatever. Um,
Just
so yeah.
move completely separate places and you'll be together forever. Great advice, Carol. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we go to so I invite Keegan, and Keegan is like able to get off work. And so he drives like all the way from work. Like he gets off work or whatever and like drives to Mississippi, which is like a 10-hour drive. Um like last minute. And so he ends up coming to this wedding, and he shows up at the rehearsal dinner and like straight from the car. And yeah, it was great having him there that night. I was really excited to have him like meet my family. Rehearsal center was lovely. Afterwards, Keegan and I went to this bar. This was in Oxford, Mississippi, so it's like where Ole Miss, the campus is. It's called the Library, which is a great name for a bar. Don't really remember much like
Cause you ain't reading.
after, yeah, after the rehearsal dinner, but so I had like I drink a lot like for the rehearsal dinner. Like I got back and like was pretty drunk, and then
Thank
like
you. You're
the
redeeming me a
next
little
day,
bit.
the next day, we was the wedding, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it a little bit easy. Last night got a little out of hand, and I couldn't get my contacts out of my eyes because I was like so hammered. My dad literally like was squeezing the contact off of my eye for me. Like I
Oh
don't even
my
know.
god. Tracy had his fingers in the eyeball.
Oh my god, yeah. I was a mess that night. But anyways, I was like, okay, I can't do that again. So for the wedding, I was like drinking at their reception. It was like really beautiful wedding. Can't stress that enough. Gorgeous, gorgeous wedding. So I wasn't like, okay, I'm gonna get drunk, but like I was drinking. It's like the end of the night, and then they do this little like they're like gonna do like one of those send off with sparklers, which truly was so beautiful. Like the photos from it, I just can't stress enough. This wedding was beautiful. And so we go all to stand outside and like have sparklers, and like my clumsy ass literally takes a tumble in the bushes while we were waiting for them to come out. And this like kind of goes back to like the story of me at improv. Like I'm just so uncoordinated and clumsy, and once I do something embarrassing, I get so in my head and like everything else spirals like out of control, especially when I'm like drinking, but I'm not drunk and I get clumsy. Like I hate when that happens because I'm like, I literally just want to be like, you guys, I swear I'm not drunk. It's so bad. I always want to redeem myself.
People always believe the girl yelling, I swear I'm not drunk.
I know, I feel like that's what I always sound like, but I took a tumble in these bushes. My whole freaking family saw it, and so I was like all embarrassed and like in my head. But anyways, I survived. They do their little send away, and they were like angels and had buses to like take us back to town and like back to the
Ooh.
hotel, which like was so
High
nice.
class,
I
baby.
know, I know. So I get to the hotel, all the way back to the hotel, and I realize I don't have my phone. So I like start to panic because I've literally never lost my phone before, ever. Like I'm very responsible. There was one incident where I lost my wallet, cat. That was a crazy story.
That's oh my god, mark that shit down. That's one of our best stories.
I know, I know. We want to do like a college stories episode, and so we'll definitely tell that story
Oh my
there
god. The
because that
mystery
is like
of the disappearing
the
wallet. Nancy
yeah.
Drew.
Literally, there could be a Nancy Drew book about it.
Let's fucking write it. Fan art, go.
Oh my god.
All our fans, get drawing.
Anyway, so I'm like panicked because I've never lost my phone. And then I just kind of like accept my fate. And I'm like, okay, there's nothing I can do until tomorrow. It's probably at the venue somewhere because that was like the last place I remember having it. So wake up the next morning, go to the venue. I search high and low. It's nowhere to be seen. I check the bushes because I was like, I bet I dropped it when I
And is
fell in
like
the bushes.
find my iPhone not available in this moment.
Yeah, so we like searched the venue high and low, and then I remembered technology exists to solve the very problem that I was having, and I just use Find My iPhone and find out that it's on the bus, and like I just call the bus company and they like had my phone and it's like totally fine.
I wish it was in the bush.
I know that would I thought it. That's where I was like, it's in that bush. It's in that bush that I fell in, and my mom was probably like, yeah, you fell in the bush. You probably dropped your phone there, you know. You mess.
She's like, why don't you go jump back in that bush, you
I
sloppy
know.
whore? Your
But
mom would
yeah,
never say anything that I've made your mom, like, as a joke say, for the record. She's like an angel. Oh my god.
absolutely not. Oh my god. But yeah, I feel like that's just like a great example of like life with anxiety because I literally was like so nervous that I looked like a drunk mess, and I was so embarrassed because like I was like, oh yeah, like I lost my phone like when I was like saw everyone the next day, and I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, I've been stewing about that one for like a good few years
So you'd
because I
say
feel
you're
like
still stewing? Is that what we're saying? Survived the fall
uh
into the bush, but still stewing over the, so not like the whole overall.
yeah, I think I'm low key still stewing. I definitely feel like my family was like, oh my god, this girl's drunk. Also, I feel like it might have been weird to bring a guy that you've only been dating for like 4 months to a wedding with your whole
Not in
family.
the South. They're like, cool, we're getting hitched. Let's do it.
Yeah. I guess yeah, I'm still stewing. Who am I joking? I was like, oh, I survived it. No, I'm still stewing over it. I think about it
You
often.
pass bushes and you shiver a little bit.
Gotta watch my step. Can't fall into another one of those.
Oh my god, that's good. That's good. I love
What
a
about you?
carol.
I guess you didn't really have much anxiety about your, well, I guess the Sunday
Bruv, I'm
scaries didn't
still
drop.
fucking stewing. Are you kidding me? I like whatever. My family's fine. Like it's not the worst, but like no, I don't ever want to meet someone's parents like that again. Even if I don't plan to date them at all. But like, yeah, I'm always half and half. I feel like I'm always half soup, half sandwich. But like I'm stewing over just like my family will never let me live that down, and my cousin obviously still has that video on her phone as well, and will use it
Yeah.
for blackmail one day. Probably sell it to fucking TMZ on me when I make it, but whatever. And yeah, so I survived it though. I mean, I was laughing, I was drunk, dropping cupcakes, just cackling. So yeah, half
Where's
soup, half sandwich.
where is Kurt now?
Oh my god, I have no idea. Probably like rotting away in Rhode Island somewhere. I mean, it's like I hate townies and then I always go for townies. It doesn't make sense. Always fighting your roots, man. Always fighting your fucking roots.
uh,
Would you say that closes us off for our wedding episode?
yeah, I think so. I hope this was
We
fun and
finally
entertaining.
stayed under 2 hours for once in our fucking 3 episodes.
Yeah, I know. We're doing great on time. This is like the first time
Yeah,
ever.
I'm actually
We're
gonna
learning. We're learning.
pat myself on my back. Yeah, we're learning. I want to like even say the whole long distance thing is working, but like I'm adjusting to the being a monitor. I feel like sometimes I'm talking like this. So yeah, we're learning, but it's been quite a ride. Having a great time, catching up every week.
I know. I talk to you so much now.
I know you're so
Gonna
lucky.
get.
My dream come true. I knew you'd never get rid of me, Carol. I can't wait to tell the you and Keegan met story so that they're like, wow, the wedding's even more beautiful.
We should do that. That's the college story.
Yeah, yeah. We'll keep them on the edge of their
Yeah.
goddamn seats for that one. And
Yeah,
the
a
wallet. Oh my
cliffhanger.
god, I can't wait to tell that one. Yeah, well, this has been pretty much fun. Why don't you hit him with all of our information that I would stumble over if I tried?
You can follow us at Pretty Much Fine Pod on Instagram and on TikTok. You can follow us at Pretty_Much Fine on Twitter and Pretty Much Fine on YouTube.
Woo! Smooch, smooch, everybody. Stay cheeky out there and try not to get as drunk as I do at weddings. Manage your nerves properly. I'm still working on it, but do better.
All right, we'll talk to you guys next Sunday.